That's orange.
It's like a burnt yellow when I was doing that on the color thing.
Nugget, but I still love myself.
I look like a burnt chicken nugget.
Nugget. That's what it's like to be built for, Duff.
You ever look at yourself in the mirror and feel like a burnt chicken nugget? That's what it's
like to be built for, Duff. Are you ready, kids?
No.
I can't. Anyways.
Hi. Welcome to the podcast.
Cancelled. Hi, podcast besties.
Hi.
Hi. We're on a special episode today.
Welcome to episode 15.
Yeah.
Of Isn't That Odd podcast.
Yeah.
A podcast that's odd.
Made by us.
Isn't
Two
it?
people that are odd.
Yeah. I'm Breana.
And I'm Breana.
And I'm Paul.
And I'm Paul.
Isn't that odd?
Today, we're glitching.
Oh.
I want you to know that was not intentional in any sense.
I was like, that's what he was
going for. And I thought about
it,
and I was like, yeah.
On the spot. Authentic.
I'm fucking clever.
Yeah, you are.
So, thank you. So, yeah, today is a special episode 15. We're your hosts, as we already said. You already know who we are.
I love when you do this little recap.
I'm not going through it again. I'm doing a recap.
You always do it. You're always like, I'm not going to do it again. But you always do it again.
So, here,
Paul's going to talk about his vacation because
welcome to
I haven't heard anything
the
about
episode on Grindr. I don't know what we're talking about.
Shut the fuck up. Talk about
Apple
your vacation.
Music, Spotify. Fine. I'm just trying to do so many things at once. So
what were you trying to do at once?
Overstimulate. Because doing, anyways. So.
Paul's going to talk about his vacation. Go ahead.
I am?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because we didn't talk about it last episode.
Oh.
You said you wanted to.
Yeah, so we're doing
a special... Don't say I guess like you didn't want
Enough. We're doing a special episode.
Me enough. Like you wasn't just going on.
Doing a special episode because I only did notes for one and I didn't want to do another and then I went on vacation. So...
He got overwhelmed at work because he's a baby and so we are making a special episode.
So yeah, we went on a little vacay for a little long
as
weekend.
In him and Andrew.
Yeah, right. Andrew. So we went on a little long weekend vacation to California. And what do we do in California? We went to Disneyland.
Shocker.
And what do we do in Disneyland? We ate a lot of food and we went on a lot of rides.
Shocker.
One of them being the Haunted Mansion. And Breana yelled at me to take a picture of the Haunted Mansion because I mentioned it back in episode 12. 13.
13, it was 13.
The episode 13. Did you actually... Because you had to do the social media posting.
You never sent me the picture for it. So I just found a picture. I just put a picture of the Winchester, but I didn't put a picture of the thing you never sent to me.
It's fine.
You were very overwhelmed when I was texting you because you're trying to get me to log into the social thing.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to log out, and then I was trying to figure out a way to just get her in the account so she could kind of overtake the socials too, and
into an account as in the account we use to schedule our posts.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, the trip was really nice. We went Thursday to Monday. We just got back yesterday.
That's why Paul's on 10,000.
And that's why I'm in such a silly, goofy mood today. I'm a silly goose. Goofy.
I am in a simulation because I've said I'm a silly goose so many times in the past week, and I haven't seen you. And the fact that you just said it, no context, is crazy. Because you could say that it's a glitch.
We're not saying that. So yeah, we just got back from Disney. It was really fun. We never actually went to Disneyland before.
I thought you were going to say you've never been to Disney. I was like, that is the cappiest cap.
I went to Disneyland when I was a wee tot, but I don't remember any of it. Andrew's never been, so we finally went because we go to Disney World a lot. So we're just like, we'll see what the other side's like.
For those of you who are like me who didn't know, Disneyland is in California.
Disney World is in Florida.
Yes.
So yeah, we went to California to Disneyland, and it's so much different than Disney World in the sense of everything in Disneyland is just there in one spot. You can walk to it. Everything in Disney World is kind of spread out in different parks. So it was so weird because we're used to going on certain rides in one park and then some others in another. And they're typically different days in Disney World because we don't like to park hop or anything like that. And then going to Disneyland, we're doing these two separate, what were used to being two separate parks and rides, just like all in one. So it's just so strange from us like jumping from one ride to another when usually it would be like days apart. But it's just like 10 minutes apart. It was strange. So there's no like separate.
Was there a lot of like wait time for rides, or was it not that
Honestly, it really wasn't that bad. We did have what they call Genie Plus, which is what they also called Fast Pass, which essentially you could reserve a time window to come back to a ride, and you get like in the short line, like the fast lane, if you will. I mean, a lot of things like that, like Six Flags have that too. I forget what it's called there, but it essentially has you come back at a later time, and you can go on the shorter line and get on quicker. So we used that a lot, and that got us on a lot of stuff quick. But things we didn't use, I think the longest we waited was maybe like an hour, and that was for like one of the newer popular rides. So we kind of expected that anyways.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, it wasn't bad. Crowd, I mean, there were a bunch of people, but I've seen Disney a lot crowder, so we went at a decent time, I think, and the weather was pretty nice. Except I got roasty toasty, so.
Like sunburn? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, what did you mean by that?
No. Yeah, mine, especially our necks, my neck got obliterated.
I was actually looking at your sunburn earlier. I forgot to say that.
Yeah, so my face has a nice little glow. My neck is just like, burnt, and then
Look like a burnt chicken nugget.
everything else about me is just white as a ghost. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. So we came back yesterday. It was so terrible because going there, we obviously gained 3 hours of our life back, and then coming back, we lost those 3 hours. So it's just been a rough time with my sleeping schedule lately.
I can see your side profile reflection in the Midsummer poster, and I've never seen you talking to the mic at that angle. It just looks so funny.
Ew.
I don't know if you could see. I don't know if you could see it from where you are, but it's like from the monitor. It's like reflecting both. So like you're like a silhouette against the monitor. That's funny. That's what I was just staring at. I was like just watching you talk. I won't look.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm back now. So today is going to be that special glitch in a Matrix episode that we wanted to do. So we're gonna.
You could say that you losing some time of your life coming back was a glitch in the Matrix.
You could.
We won't, but you could.
But we could. We could stretch it that way. So yeah, these are some glitches in the Matrix that Breana has found on Reddit from some users that describe their own little tales, right?
Yeah. And most of these, I've only like skimmed them because I wanted to be surprised. So I know the gist of them, but I don't know exactly what they say. So
yeah.
It's going to be fun.
All of these, I was in California for when she was doing notes, so I know nothing about it. And I also don't work with her anymore, so...
Yeah, so this is going to be similar...
I'll be completely surprised.
This is going to be similar to the Reddit episode, where we're just going to read something, and then we're going to discuss it, and then we'll go on to the next one.
This seems to be a theme we have with our special episodes or just like Reddit episodes.
Yeah, they're just fun.
But it's fine, they're fun.
It's a little quirky fun. It's easy, you know.
Easy peasy.
Still get the content out there. It's quality, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now going into it, what exactly is a glitch in the Matrix?
That's a great question. So a glitch in the Matrix is a term used to describe a moment or experience that seems strange or unusual, as if it's not quite real or as if it's a glitch in the reality that we perceive.
Yeah, the term is also used to describe feelings of deja vu or odd coincidences, and is often associated with the idea of a simulated reality or a malfunction in the way we perceive the world. That's
a good, that leads into a question that I have for you. Do you believe that we live in a simulation? This is like, I've noticed that most of our specials have been like really big conspiracy theories, because this is basically a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, really big one.
Yeah.
If we do, I don't think we do, but if we do, I want to personally execute the person who is running your life.
Yeah, I was going to say it. I knew that's where you were going.
Because when I think of simulation, I think of like me sitting at my computer playing The Sims, and like those people I'm controlling is just IRL. So it's like when I go in a room and I'm, you know,
and you
just
forget
say I'm
something.
going to go in the bathroom and wash my hands, and then I get close to the bathroom or in the bathroom, and then suddenly my mind goes blank. I'm like, what am I doing in here? That's me assuming I'm in The Sims, pressing the action in the corner and just exiting it out, and then my sim just stops and is like, what do I do?
Yeah, because it's like, no, I didn't want you to go fucking do that, and here you are going to do that.
Yeah.
I think that often about when I forget things, 'cause I'm very forgetful. So sometimes I'll like literally be in the middle of doing something. I'm like, what the fuck was I just going to do? And that's what I think.
And then you just like look up and scream and be like, figure it out. Yeah. I mean, I personally don't think so. But I like to blame like my forgetful thoughts like that on a simulation. So
It's not something that I fully believe in, but it's not something that I've ruled out. I think it's very
at this point, most options are still on the table until we can actually learn more.
Because we'll actually never know. So it really is just all like theorization. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of crazy though, because I don't know his name, but there's this really famous, like, I think he's a physicist or some kind of scientist. And he like talks about how we are most likely, like the odds of us being in a simulation are pretty high.
Neil.
Yep. His first name's Neil. I just don't know what his last name is.
Something Tyson. Neil deGrasse
Degrassi?
Fuck. Oh my god, great show.
I've never actually watched
Degrassi. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That guy.
Yeah. We all know him. Yeah. We all know him. We all love him.
Yeah, I just didn't know what his name was.
I remember actually seeing, I think I saw it on TikTok, where he explained like the statistics of...
a lot of the things that he says are very fucking interesting.
Because he is very much by the science for the science. So, honestly, can't really refute what he says.
Yeah.
So... Anyways.
Oh, I'm first.
This why I was like,
Anyway, rolling into our topics today. I'm going to be starting going first, and this glitch in the Matrix story is going to be from user Visitor94328.
Now, do we think visitor means alien? You know how like
I wonder if that just means like visitor.
Or if spent like a guest account.
That's what I was going to say. I don't know how Reddit works. Again, I don't use Reddit. We'll have to ask Jimmy about that.
I want to say visitor as in like alien.
I think it's like visitors and like it's just a guest account. Like they didn't make an account. The title for this one is A Glitch at Sears. Here's what happened. One day, I had a pair of pants and sunglasses. Back then, Sears still existed. There was nothing I liked in the pants section. A strange feeling stirred, remembering that I had visited Sears for the same reason and purchased sunglasses from a 4 feet and something tall salesperson. She told me it was her last day working there, and we exchanged phone numbers. I have no memory of where I had placed the sunglasses or where the paper with her phone number was. At the sunglasses tree, I'm assuming like one of those like end cap things where sunglasses are, it says, I chose sunglasses and I was like next to pay. I looked at the salesperson and said, what? The salesperson was the same one, 4 feet and something tall. We said the exact same things as the previous time and exchanged phone numbers. And yes, it was her last day working there. I had the sunglasses, and then in like little parentheses it said that I bought twice but could not find the first receipt, and the phone number that I later lost. Glitch in the Matrix? Question mark.
So I'm curious if they physically have 2 pairs of the same sunglasses now.
So that's the thing with Glitch in the Matrix that I think is crazy, and it happens, and now every time I lose something I think about it, but it's basically like the thought of it, if you're not familiar with it, is like, say if I had the pair of sunglasses right and I lost them, that means that's a me in a different multiversal dimension, because Glitch in the Matrix plays into the multiverse, has 2 pairs of sunglasses. And so, like, I don't know if you've seen the TikToks of them where people find 2 things and they are exactly the same replicas, but you only ever bought one. Like, I saw a Glitch in the Matrix that made me want to do this episode in the first place. That was like, they went thrift shopping years ago and they brought this, like, little decorative, like, bird, I guess, and it had a piece of its tail missing off, and they only bought one. And then when they moved houses, they found 2 of the same bird with the same exact chip. So it's like one of myself lost the bird, so another of myself gained the bird because it just like fell through a wormhole.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
That's how what I get out of Glitch in the Matrix, and that's why I think they're so interesting. Because like again, I do believe in the multiversal theory. We already talked about this.
Yeah.
But like for me, this is kind of like a deja vu kind of thing.
That's what I was mostly going to refer this to as deja vu.
But even deja vu, it's like, is that just like the wires crossing through the multiverses and like you remembering a different memory that a different you had?
But I feel like even with deja vu, when I personally have deja vu, it's not where I am physically remembering an entire scenario. It's just I'm in the middle of something. I'm like, wow, this seems kind of similar. And that's as far as it
that's
goes.
exactly.
I'm not just like, yeah, so I went and bought this pair of glasses and I got this phone number and I don't know when I did this, and this. It's just like I'm in the middle of something. I'm like, huh, this feels similar, and then just go
Well,
on.
I think it depends person to person, because sometimes deja vu for me is like how you're describing it, kind of just like, this seems very familiar, but sometimes I'll like vividly be doing something and then I'll remember doing this exact same thing and a scenario playing out, and then the scenario playing out like immediately after I remember it. So
That's
I'm assuming this whole interaction happened in like a span of like maybe like 5 to 10 seconds. Like I
Right.
don't think it was that long.
That's almost like dreams, though, when people go to bed, obviously, and have dreams, and then they wake up and that ends up happening, or like a week down the road, like that same exact scenario they just dreamed happened.
This is so weird to relate this, but I know you don't watch Marvel movies, but in like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, they theorize that your dreams are you living / remembering something through an alternate version of yourself.
Damn, I'm
It's like the dream where you're like getting chased. In the movie, they like reference how like the character Wong gets chased by like a clown or something, and it's like, no, that's actually happening somewhere in the multiverse, and you're just seeing it.
I used to have a recurring dream.
Recurring,
I used to have a recurring
recurring, adjuring of a
as a
ring.
kid, where I'd be on the school bus, and for whatever reason, I'd be in the very back, and I'd be naked, and I wouldn't know what else to do. Like, you're telling me I just hopped on a school bus in an alternate reality, and I was just bare-ass naked?
I'm telling you that is a theory, but yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, sorry to that kid. Good luck finding your clothes, I guess.
Yeah, you know how I always say, like, fuck future Breana? Like, that's a future Breana's problem?
Yeah.
That's like a multiversal Paul problem.
Love that. Good luck, kid. Good thing I'm not in your reality. Yikes. Fun. So the next one is going to be from user Sunflower Monarch 21, and it's titled "My Old Friend Doesn't Exist." So I've been stewing on this for a couple weeks now. Recently, I randomly thought of an old friend that I hadn't seen since graduation. We went to different high schools, but had a lot of mutual friends and spent a fair amount of time together. So I went to look him up and couldn't find any trace of him on social media. Odd, but not alarming. I found his dad and sister, but neither of their profiles mentioned anything about him, even on posts about or with other family members. I reached out to a mutual friend who went to his school and asked if she heard anything about him over the years. She had no clue who I was talking about. Even after showing her a picture of the three of us at a concert, she said she didn't recognize him. They graduated in the same class, so I went and found their senior yearbook online to look him up. He's not in it. Anywhere. He was a varsity athlete and had tons of friends. I have plenty of pictures of him. He was at my high school graduation as a spectator, and no one remembers him but me. It seems like he doesn't even exist to his own family. I don't get how a whole person just seems to have been wiped from existence, and it's freaking me out. Now, there is an update to the story. It goes, at this point, I reached out to 5 friends who have zero idea who he is. You have all given me a few possibilities that I hadn't thought of, so I'm going to check on those, and I went ahead and messaged his sister this morning, and I'm hoping she replies.
Stories like this one are insane because, like, either one, the person's just being gaslit collectively by a bunch of people, but it's, like, insane that they say that they have pictures, but there's no other pictures. Like, how does this one person...
I mean, what completely just gets me is the fact that he literally went up to one of his friends and said, yeah, so how about X? And she's like, I don't know who you're talking about. And he's just like, I have this picture of us at a concert. And she's like, I have no idea who he is. And it's like, how do you obviously can't refute that.
I wonder if it's kind of ties into when we did that time travel episode, it's like, don't you know anything about the past if like something happened and like for whatever reason this one person just like didn't get affected by the change that happened. It's very interesting. That's like a huge glitch.
That is so weird. I can't imagine everyone collectively is like, let's just gaslight the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Which like is which I assumed when I did this, because this is one of the ones that I read all the way through and I was like, Paul's gonna hate this. We're gonna have a really like two sides conversation here, but you didn't give me that reaction at all. I thought that's where you were gonna go, like, oh, they're just being gaslit, like it's a joke. I
mean, unless this person that has gone missing, I thought it was gonna have to cough, so I tried turning my head. Unless this person that went missing absolutely hates the narrator who wrote this and wants nothing to do with them and just wants to drop off the face of the earth and was like, tell everyone, like, tell them I don't exist. I feel like
even then though, it's hard to get that many people to play along.
I was just about to say it takes a lot to get, like you said, that many people to play along, and at some point someone's gonna
like, oh, we're just fucking with you.
Like, no, we're just yeah, he's down the street.
He got you good, yeah.
Yeah, we got you. But it doesn't seem like anyone is saying that. So I'm really intrigued to see if there ever comes an update on what these 5 people say, and specifically this mystery man's sister.
Yeah, just fucking... I have nothing to say. It just, I don't know, that one kind of blew my mind.
I don't know. I mean, at the same time, these obviously could very well
be fake. Yeah.
So
grain of salt, but you know.
Yeah, but
for the shits and gigs
putting
of it.
in the light of we trust that this is real. That's even a logical person.
I never thought I'd see you be dumbfounded with something. That's very interesting.
The only logical thing is they're just gaslighting him.
Yeah.
But even then, it's hard.
He was too son to speak.
Shut up.
All right. Shut up, mozzarella.
I'm just happy.
All right. So the next one is from user Miss Latalia. Is that what that says? Lathalia?
Lathala?
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 Next one is from user Miss Lathala. If I pronounce that right, whatever. We were living in an older house before we were married. One weekend, I saw my partner in the living room, so I started talking to him while I was doing chores in another room, but wondered why he wasn't responding to my questions. I went looking for him, and I found him outside in the shed and asked why he walked outside while I was talking to him. His response was, quote, "I've been out here for 15 minutes. So all I can assume is I saw a ghost who is also a doppelganger. Can I just say, I put this in here because doppelgangers make me so fucking uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. Do you know what doppelganger is?
I mean, yes, but...
So basically, like, a doppelganger is obviously someone who looks like you.
Yeah.
Like your twin, basically.
Right.
That's, like, no relation. But they're supposed to be, like, your shadow self. So, like, the evil version of yourself or, like, the darker versions of yourself. So, like, there's, like, a trend on TikTok that
What if I'm the darker version?
Well, there would be another version of you.
An even darker version?
I think
or the lighter version?
Like the lighter version. And I think when you're the darker version, I think you're self-aware because you try to fuck with the lighter version of yourself. So it's like a trend on TikTok, which I don't remember if I've showed you, like, if I've told you how much I hate it, but it's just like, oh, if you see somebody who looks like you, like, don't react to them. And people, like, do, like, creepy-ass faces to the camera. And it makes me want to vomit.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. So I just fucking hate it. So that, to me, is kind of crazy. Especially, like, for me, that's kind of like a glitch, not like, probably not like a ghost, because if they saw their partner there, and then they're just like, oh, da-da-da, and then they just, like, turn and their partner's not there. But, like, it was clearly their partner, and, like, the partner's like, I've been outside for 15 minutes. That clearly was, like, some wires from some universes are being crossed. Like, it has to be.
And another universe, he's just in the living room, like, doing whatever.
Yeah. Like, listening to his partner talk.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Fucking hate doppelgangers. Hate them. With a passion.
I hate them strictly because of those TikToks. Like, they made me so uncomfy to think about.
Yeah. I hate it.
Ugh. Anyways. Next one is from user Kerwapple. Kerwapple?
Kerwapple.
I like Kerwapple.
Kerwapple.
I remember being pretty young, like 9 or 10, and I was in the car park of a pub in England. I remember seeing someone in their teens in the window of a house looking over the car park. They waved at me, and I felt like I knew them somehow. My parents asked who I was waving at, and I said, just some lady in the window over there. Didn't really think much of it. Fast forward 10 years. I was at my nan's house. I remember walking into a room, which, sidebar, I was never allowed to do. And I was going to the window. I then realized I was in the house looking over that same parking lot and remembering that interaction years before. Then a girl around 9 or 10 who was in said car park waved at me, and I waved back. I felt like I knew her. Could not explain it. I've never told anyone about it. It freaked me out.
Can I just say, the fact that we know that this is in England, you should have had an accent the whole time you were reading it.
Not a chance. I got yelled at the last time I tried having an accent.
Oh, that's true. It was really bad. That shit's crazy. That's like a loop, like a time loop.
That would stress me out.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine just, like, waving at somebody? Just, like, whatever. Like, as a kid, like, that's just shit kids do. They just wave at random people, and their parents, like, don't fucking wave at a stranger.
Yeah.
But then just imagine, like, just peeking out a window and just, like, looking for, like, the first time ever and seeing the exact interaction that you had years before. It would make me so nauseous.
It would be even worse.
That's, like, my coined phrase for things that make me uncomfortable is, like, I'm gonna throw up.
But I think what makes it even worse is it seems like obviously her nan, who is grandmother, doesn't live near this car park, but she still went to her grandmother's house, looked out the window, and it's the same car park and same so obviously they don't live near it, like, whatever, but now she is seeing it outside of the window just as it was before. Gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
Nauseous.
She's dreaming.
Hate it. Hated it.
She's having a dream.
Hate it.
Wake up, babe.
Yep. Hate it.
That's your alarm clock. Wake up.
I love how for this episode you're not really on like the what am I looking for? Skeptic, that's what I was trying to say. Skeptic side of it, you're kind of just like, yeah, that's crazy.
These are hard to be skeptics. I mean...
Also, you think I did a good job.
No. So...
Well, fuck you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm blacking out.
Yeah, it's just hard to... it's hard to refute it. It's easy to refute ghosts and like noise and stuff like that, but stuff like this, just like your dream. If you're seeing the same car park, which I think is just a parking lot, outside of your grandmother's house that you saw 10 years ago with the same girl, like you're probably dreaming. Like, wait the fuck up. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but that's as much as I can go. Or you're on a little too much of that.
We keep doing this thing where we keep referencing cocaine, but it's only by the noise of doing it. Because I did the same thing earlier when we were eating.
Anywho.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Just wave back and say, hi, babe. That's all.
This next one is from user You're Dumb Idiot. Idiot?
You're dumb idiot. You're dumb idiot.
Okay. The title of it is called Toddler Tossed Car Key Fob into a Wormhole. Hole. A few days ago, my toddler tossed our key off the bed, and we watched it go, but it made no sound. I assumed it flew into the pile of sheets I had, but it's gone. I ripped apart my bedroom, shaken every last piece of clothing, checked pockets, under and behind the radiator, in the drawers, every inch of our bedroom, and it's gone. I think that possibly somewhere in another dimension, I grabbed my laundry and there's 2 of them. I'm going to hope that it's just another fun theory, but I'm pretty sure it's just been yeeted into another reality. I love the term of yeeted in this.
Yeet. Ski.
And this one does have an edit, so edit. I found them tucked into an old empty wallet that I haven't touched in weeks, sitting on my dresser under a bunch of random stuff where my son couldn't reach. My husband and I are dumbfounded as to how it could have got tucked neatly, folded, and clasped shut. There's no possible way in all the physics that it just landed there and that we both saw it tossed in a completely different trajectory. I ripped my room apart looking for it as I was tidying up, and I went to go put the wallet away. I felt something that I assumed was one of his little cars. Weird. So that is kind of like what I was talking about earlier, like when you lose something and like someone in another dimension just has 2 of them now, which is just crazy.
Or someone in another dimension found it, picked it up, put it in the wallet, and
Yeah.
now it's just found its way back to this reality.
Which
or
is
it's
crazy.
a ghost.
Yeah, or it's Ghost.
It's Kate,
The Bell Witch, yeah.
the Bell Witch.
Shoot. That was the best.
I can't stop thinking about that.
That was the best. Granted, I'm pretty sure that was one of the episodes that I was screaming into the mic the whole.
You were, yeah.
But it's just because I was so excited.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, because she was just.
It's a great
she was
episode.
that bitch. Yeah,
If
she
you
was
haven't,
amazing.
if you haven't listened to that, you should.
Yeah, and honestly, it's okay that I'm screaming because I'm so excited. So just listen to it anyway.
It's probably one of our better episodes. It's top 3 easy.
Yeah, top 3 easy, aside from the audio, but like it gives it its character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sidebar, speaking of audio, the one thing about us is that, like, if the audio is bad, we're still going to post it. Like, we're not going to re-record it because it's authentic.
Yeah. You get this for free, so.
Yeah.
Don't be greedy.
That's, like, the funniest thing, though, is, like, the audio would be so bad, but it'll be a funny-ass fucking episode. It's like,
still
I'm
good.
not re-recording this.
If anything, it makes it better.
Yeah.
We're authentic.
Yeah.
We're not like those other guys.
Oh, my God. Paul's putting imaginary hair behind his ears. Anyway, circling back to the story. Yeah, I think that is just, like, a wormhole.
I wonder, the logical sense of me is he sleepwalked, he found the key. No.
Which is, like, in actuality, that's not even that logical. Like, the odds of, I mean, granted, a lot of people do sleepwalk, but 9 times out of 10, you know that you sleepwalk. And that's such an obscure thing to do when you're sleepwalking.
Do you know if you sleepwalk?
Most people do, yeah.
I mean, there are times I do shit and I forget I do it, but I feel like
Yeah, but that's
if there's both of you, neither of you remember putting the key. Like it's
that's such like a obscure thing to do that you wouldn't remember doing.
Right.
Whatever. Anyway. Yeah. Next.
Ooh. So the next one is from user It's On Gaming, and it's titled
It's with a Z. Sorry.
It's On Gaming. Buzz, buzz, buzz. I'm done. It's titled My Only Glitch So Far, Duplication.
Duplication. No breathe. Were you just about to make that?
Yeah. You did. And I was too stunned to speak because you stole my thunder.
That's going to be the title of this episode.
Duplication. No breathing. I was about 16 at the time, and I had just gotten a new TV to put in my room so that I could use my Xbox on it. It came with one remote. I remember specifically because I was very spacey and tended to lose things, so I wanted a second. I can feel that.
Feel what?
Relatable.
Oh.
Well, cut to about 3 months later, I lost a remote. I sleep with it on my nightstand. Oh, you cut up on your own nightstand?
You baby.
Oh, baby. With just little remote control.
That is bullying this person.
I sleep with it on my nightstand, and I don't remember moving it or dropping it or anything. But one day, I went to grab it, and it wasn't on my nightstand. I looked everywhere for that thing. It was driving me crazy. Until a few days later, when I looked in between my bed and the wall. I'd already looked there, at least I thought so, and it was just there. I was absolutely elated until when I pulled the bed back to actually grab it, 2 remotes fell. Exact same brand, same wear on the input and select button. The number 2 was rubbed off on both of them, and what really blew my mind is the batteries were the same mismatch of Duracell and whatever brand it came with turned the same amount. I just found this subreddit, but reading some people's stories was compelled to share my own. Anyone else have a duplication glitch?
So can I say that for these stories, I obviously didn't read them all, but it's so funny that almost every single one I put in here is some form of like duplication glitch. That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
That is crazy though.
That's crazy.
It's like when you read it, you're like, yeah, whatever. But like, imagine experiencing that because that would make me lose my fucking marbles.
It's funny because at first I was about to shit on this guy's life, and I was like, bro, I've lost shit when I fell asleep too. Like, this is nothing special, and it's just falling in places that like whatever. And I was like, boring, move on. And then he's like, no, I found 2 same,
exactly like identical,
same mismatch,
battery spin.
I'm just, I got nothing. What do you think happened?
He was too stunned to speak.
He was too stunned to speak. What do you think happened, Breana?
You can tell that Paul has no answers because now he's just trying to bully me. He's like, I feel like my life is out of control because I don't know how to explain this, so I'm going to be mean.
I'm not even being mean. I'm just asking what you think.
You already know what I think. I think it was a glitch, and I think that one of him in another reality lost it, and then he gained 2 of them.
Wait. He said he found this after he woke up. This bitch is still asleep. Well, wake up, babe. These people got... they just don't wake up before they tell their stories. Unbelievable.
What do you mean by that?
By what?
What you just said. What do you mean by that?
This is a dream.
So we're dreams. We are dream people right now is what you're... You would much rather agree that we're dream people telling a dream person's story than the fact that there's a glitch in the Matrix.
This person is telling something... is telling a story.
Stop doing that.
You fucking do it constantly.
Yeah, but not in the mic while I'm talking.
This man...
Eat my butt. Eat my shorts.
Eat my nuts.
I'm so fucking sick of you saying that. I wish I never pointed it out.
You shouldn't have. This man had a dream about this exact scenario and then woke up and said that was real.
But he has 2 of them.
Because I've done the same thing.
But he has 2 of them.
In the dream.
No, right now.
In the dream.
No, right now.
In the dream.
Oh, okay. So you know that you're wrong. And you're trying... Okay.
He dream.
You're wrong.
In the dream.
Anyway, next. Fucking dickhead.
Hey.
How the fuck do you even pronounce that? Manicode? Manicode.
Mancoid.
Is that really what you think?
Sure.
Next story is from user mancoid_, courtesy of Paul. The title for this one is My Headphones Transported 500 Miles.
Teleported.
What did I say?
Transported.
Transported, teleported. What's the other ordered?
Teleportation.
No breathing. The title for this one is My Headphones Teleported 500 Miles. What was that?
It's funny because ever since you pointed it out so long ago, we really do. Like, if we mess up a word, we just emphasize that word. So you're like, my headphones teleported 500 miles. I notice it every time when I do it, when you do it. Mm-hmm. It's just funny.
Yep. I went on a vacation and lost my headphones the last day. I use them every day, so I thought I must have lost them in the beach. My family and I looked all over the place, but nothing. Checking pictures to see where I last had them, I realized I had them on me a few hours ago. After like an hour, I just gave up, and we had to leave. When I arrived home, I went into my room, and there they were, rolled up on my nightstand. My whole family was speechless and a bit scared too. An overall confusing experience that kind of haunts me to this day. I'm curious if someone in their family is just fucking with them for that one.
That's so nice of the universe. They're like, you lost your headphones? Here you go, babe.
It's like they're rolled up. Imagine if they're like rolled up like clean of sand. That's crazy. The thing that's crazy though is that they have the proof that they had them on the vacation.
I feel like most likely someone's fucking with them because that sounds like some shit I would do.
And just like,
and I do that. I do that all the time, especially with like
Paul
Andrew.
loves gaslighting people.
Yeah, if Andrew leaves something behind, like his coffee in the car, like we just went to get coffee and it leaves in the car, I'll grab it and I won't tell him I grabbed it. And then be like, I gotta get my coffee, and I'm like, here you go. But I could easily just not and just pretend like the coffee just went poof. Mm-hmm. No one know.
And you love gaslighting people, so I know that you would do that too.
Yeah. So this one I'm not saying is a glitch. I'm just saying someone in your family's fucking with you, babe.
Here comes level-headed Paul.
Yeah.
To the party.
I'm back.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome back to the party.
Welcome back to the podcast.
I'm actually leaving the podcast.
Me too.
Great. Last but not least, this is the last glitch in the Matrix. Mwah ha 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 ha.
Oh, now I really am.
This is from user.
Stop.
Glad.
Stop.
Hi.
Stop. Stop.
Pollution.
No. What's username?
This is from user glad-pollution-1928. And the title is Bag of Gummy Bears Duplicated Itself Twice. I wish.
Therapy dupe.
Especially the Black Forest gummy bears. They're so good.
Those ones that we have at work?
Yeah. A lot better than Haribo. Haribo? Hasbro? Not Hasbro.
Hasbro's.
Haribo?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Haribo, I think it is.
Sure.
At my job, we have the Welch's ones. It's like the purple bag. They're so good.
Oh, well,
it's
no,
like
I
the
like
berry
Welch's.
ones. The berry ones.
Yeah. I just
like the all berry ones. It's like the purple.
Love fruit
it's
snacks.
not the blue one because the blue one's original.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I love fruit snacks.
Me too.
But these are gummy bears, not fruit snacks.
Well, I feel like that's very similar.
They're
Same thing, different shape.
Anyways, the story goes as follows.
Love that.
This happened to me on Easter, very recently. Crazy, because Easter was pretty recently.
When I looked at this was posted like days ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
From yesterday, yeah.
I didn't realize something was really wrong until today, though. I originally just chalked it up to some kind of memory loss or something, so I got myself a basket full of Easter candy and some other food to enjoy. The usual stuff I do every Easter. Right? Well, I specifically remember only having one bag of gummy bears and eating them all up, throwing it away after I was finally done. A few minutes later, my sibling came up to me and asked me if I was going to eat my gummy bears, and if they could have them instead if I didn't want them. I didn't tell them, but I already ate all the gummy bears and threw the whole bag away. I was confused, so I checked my basket to see what they were talking about. Lo and behold, the bag of gummies was back, unopened. I thought I was going insane or forgot about eating them, so I checked the garbage can for the bag of gummies I ate, and guess what? They were gone. I ended up eating them a second time, and they tasted and looked the exact same as before. Well, no fucking shit, because they all taste the same. But anyways, fast forward to today, they were back in my basket a third time.
I didn't get this far in the post.
I am so confused right now. Did I shift to multiple parallel universes, or am I missing something? I am not on any kind of substances. I have never taken any mind-altering drugs in my life ever, and I have no mental disorders. Sounds like something someone with a mental disorder would say.
You would know.
This really
I would know.
This really happened, but nobody else believes me.
How do you feel about that?
I
Because
think...
like first time it's double. It's like, oh, that's 3 times. Like, not, well, you know.
So for what it's worth, this could also just be another
person fucking with them. I knew
them.
that's what you were gonna say. I didn't get that.
Especially could be the brother or
the sibling that
is gaslighting them, and just be like, they saw. Well, no, because they said it was out of the trash. But if they,
commit to the bit,
right? Yeah. Commit to the bit, and they take the bag out and like, come, I'm gonna fuck with them. Put a whole new bag in and be like, hey, you're gonna eat your gummy bears? Like, make sure they see the gummy bears and like put spotlight to it. Like, that's the perfect way to say it. Like, hey, if you don't want them, I'll eat them. And then they just keep fucking with them over and over again.
Yeah. I feel like if it was like just the one time where it's like I ate them and then they were there again, I'd be like, oh, that's a glitch. But like the other time, like the second time of getting at it, I'm like, oh, that's...
It's a little too suspicious.
Yeah.
It's
like
a little
too much of a coincidence. Yeah.
So I think
someone's definitely
up to something.
Yeah. I think what is it? They call them OP when it's the original poster. Yeah. I think they're very genuine. They're like, what the fuck is going on? But I think their siblings get in like a fucking riot out of fucking with them.
Yeah, and now the siblings on Reddit being like, you fucking idiot. Like,
yeah, it's like, wow.
It's like telling the theories like, maybe it's aliens. Like, I don't know, just something stupid. Because that's something I would absolutely do. Like, that's committing to a bit, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, you love gaslighting people.
I like having fun.
I like being fun. I like gaslighting people for
other moms.
fun.
I'm a cool mom. My computer agrees.
Yeah, right?
But anyways, yeah, so, I mean, I think the first half was kind of very unexplainable. Mm-hmm. To the point of, if it's real, I got nothing. Mm-hmm. But also, they could very well be fake. Mm-hmm.
If in the mindset they are 100% real, you would agree that they're a glitch in the Matrix and there's something shifting. If... in the mindset that they are telling the truth.
If they're being genuine, then, yeah, I mean, there's no other explanation. I mean, the doppelganger one could just be weird ghost or something. Yeah. I don't know.
But even then, you're believing in something.
Right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I have to believe in something. But because there's no logical... When it comes down to it, there's no logical explanation, so I have to believe it's something else.
I love
my brain wants me to figure out the solution, so I'm like,
love that
ghost, and then my mind's like, you don't believe in ghosts. I'm like, no, this is a ghost.
I love that I did that. I love that I'm making your brain get confused
you're making it go in fritz. You know that SpongeBob episode where everything's on fire in his brain and all the little SpongeBobs are running around?
We threw out his name!
Yeah. Name? My name? Yeah, that's me with these. But
Table for Hamana.
I think the last couple are just... They're just getting fucked over by their siblings, is what it boils down to.
They're just getting fucked.
Or family, or someone's screwing with them, and it's just a case of that. I mean, I genuinely believe these last couple, and believe that the OP is very disturbed by it and genuine by it. But when it boils down to it, I think someone's just
sticking around with them. Yeah, I would agree.
And I say that because I would do exactly what is being described.
I wouldn't take it as far as people are taking it, but I would do it. Yeah.
Oh, the headphones one I would. You leave especially if I was like a parent or...
I'll tell you in like 5 years.
Yeah.
Hey, remember those headphones that you've been thinking about for the last 5 years? I did that.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what, guys take pictures like behind their girlfriends with like engagement rings to like let them know like for how long they've been planning it for? That'd be you with the headphones, just like at Christmas, like the headphones in your hand.
And then one Christmas, I just give them a big gift, and it's just a whole bunch of photo albums of me with the headphones.
Like the whole ride back from the fucking vacation. It's like...
I would absolutely do that. So that's why I believe that one specifically. Because especially if I was a parent, and my kid at the time was leaving... Oh, you would
do it as a parent?
Absolutely.
That's even funnier.
If I bought my kid like those
like
Apple
throwback
AirPod like over the head ones that are like $500-$600, and they left them at the fucking beach, and I saw them, I would grab them and I would make their life hell, and I would do that, and then it'd be like, wait, I thought I lost these. Like, how'd they get here? And it'd be like, that's so weird. Like, I'm creeped out. Like, there's no like. I would absolutely play that bit to teach them a lesson. Like, learn to keep your shit in straight. You didn't fucking order, you idiot.
That's like me when I said that I was going to scare my kids when they look for monsters under the bed.
Correct.
We're going to be great parents.
I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little episode of ours. It was a fun little special. It's great to get the mind pumping, the juices flowing, you know?
We like to keep things original and on the fly here, you know? This is our podcast. We make the rules.
Unhinged. We have no rules.
We are very
unhinged.
I just remembered, speaking of Unhinged, I started listening to the podcast Morbid. Have you ever listened to that?
No.
So they're from Massachusetts, the girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And like, I'm like at
Should we link up?
I don't think they are anymore. But I'm like listening to like, I'm on like episode like 13. There's like 400 episodes. But like they started in like 2018. And so like they are like talking about like, oh, we were driving to like Fall River. Like I was driving past Taunton. And I'm just like, that is crazy. Like,
we know where those places are.
Yeah, like one of the girls in there is like, oh yeah, I'm from Taunton. Like I grew up in Taunton. And I'm just like, that's crazy. Because like, just so weird when you hear people talking about
Sure,
like.
so masturbate. Let's link. Give us some tips.
I don't think they are because I follow Bailey Sarian. I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
The YouTuber. She does like murder mystery makeup on her YouTube channel. You should go watch it.
I think
It's
I've
really good.
walked in on you watching them before.
On break, yeah, because it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
I love watching it. Anyway, she posted on her Instagram story that she was in Boston and then she went to New York to meet up with them. And they were in New York. So.
Huh.
Which is weird that she was even in Boston. I was like, hello?
Hi. Huh.
That's that screenshot I sent you and Stacia to that like group chat we have when I said it's weird seeing influencers in Boston. That's why. Yeah, that's who it was.
Okay. That was very recently. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I just remembered because I was listening to it on the way here. Morbid.
They're one of the top podcasts, aren't they? I'm pretty sure I've seen like their cover art.
Yeah, and they've been around for a while. I mean, they started in like 2018, so like some of the audio is bad, but I can't really say anything because some of our audio is bad. So it's like that's just how it is when you first start. But it is a good
as you grow and
the content is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go listen to them.
Yeah.
Why not? We'll plug the Boston babes. We're all in it together.
Hopefully they hear us plugging them and they plug us.
Yeah, no big deal. You don't have to.
Do it. Do it, please.
But anyways, before we get too desperate,
no such thing.
Yeah. Find
us
on
Instagram
or
Facebook
or
Twitter
at
isn't
that
odd
podcast.
Only the cast on Facebook.
Pod everywhere else. But no, thank you for listening to our show. Find us on Spotify, Apple Music, really anywhere you get your podcast, iHeartRadio, all those fun and small apps. Small still matter.
Yeah.
Size doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So find us there. Listen to us every week. We come up with new episodes every Tuesday. If you want to keep in touch with us on every other day after you've listened to our episode because you've binged us because we're so fucking great and you have no more content, you can just follow our Instagram or Twitter or Facebook at Isn't That Odd Pod or Isn't That Odd Podcast on Facebook. You can link with us, talk with us, say what's up, and have fun. If you have a story of your own that you want to suggest, you can find a link in our Instagram bio. So go follow us on Instagram.
Are you talking with extra spaces or periods at the end of each word?
Correct. So
correct what? I asked you two
things. Go to Instagram, follow us, like all of our posts because we're fucking great. Leave us some comments because we want to talk to you, and then go to our Linktree. And that's 5 whole things you got to do. It'll take 5 minutes. And when you go to the Linktree, there will be a Google Doc you can go into and make suggestions for a future episode of true crime, paranormal, or conspiracy that you want us to talk about.
Those are 3 whole topics.
3 whole topics.
3, count them, 3 topics
that you can suggest your favorite story of, and we might just talk about it in a future episode.
If you have any comments, questions, concerns, bad things,
want to tell me I'm pretty,
positive things, tell Polly's pretty, tell me you like my hair, you can email us at isntthatoddpod@gmail.com. And that's it.
That's all we have. So we hope you enjoyed this episode. This week's episode is Not a Pod. Yep. You can find us next week on your same platform that you're listening to right now. You could see us next Tuesday. I'll see you next Tuesday. And no, you won't.
I'll see you next Tuesday.
Will you see me next Tuesday?
See you next Tuesday.
I understand what you're trying to say, but I'm not going to actually see you next.
No, I'm talking to them.
We'll see.
I'm talking to them.
Oh. Yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And until then,
don't be a douchebag.
Be a menace.
Don't be a
do
dick.
Good things.
Yeah. I hope something good happens to you
Don't
today.
be a mean menace. We're going to manifest great things for you because you're listening to us. You're supporting us. So you deserve the greatest things.
Yeah.
So enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you next week on Isn't That Odd Pod. But until then, Goodbye.
Bye.